Hi guys! So for this video, I will be discussing to you the different benefits sa isang life insurance policy. So hindi lang siya death benefit, marami pang iba na pwede nating matutunan, especially kung meron ka ng plan, tas medyo naguguluhan ka pa, ano ba to, para saan ba to? Or if you want to get your first policy, you should know these things para alam mo kung ano yung pinapasok mo. Huwag na nating patagalin pa, let's go to our discussion. So the different benefits of a life insurance policy. Before we discuss anything, we have three considerations. Yung una is that almost all benefits across all of our insurance companies are the same. Pangalawa is that they are all insurance commission regulated. That means, hindi talaga pwedeng magkakalayo masyado yung mga produkto natin, kung paano sila pinepresyuhan at paano sila pinaprocess at pinapatakbo. Dahil may regulation, it will keep yung competition tight para hindi naman lugi si company A versus company B. 'Di ba? And thirdly, almost every type of insurance can have the benefits na pag-aaralan natin today. May it be VUL, traditional, term, or an endowment plan. So, let's move on. So, we all know that life insurance ay ginagamit nating mga tao, particularly yung mga may dependents na umaasa sa kanila, and this serves as the financial shield ng buhay natin against the sad events of life. Ano tong mga sad events na to? These are yung sicknesses, accidents that can lead to disability, another D, and finally, yung death. So, syempre, yung insurance will not prevent us from dying. Hindi siya ganun, pero it protects us and secures yung dependents natin, yung beneficiaries natin of the financial loss na pwedeng madala nung death ni insured. Now, we will move on. Ano yung anim? First, we have the death benefit, we have yung accidental death benefit, personal accident benefit, critical illness benefit, hospital income benefit, and yung waiver of premium. The way that we will be moving on with the discussion is, I will discuss ano or what is that benefit, why is that benefit needed or bakit sa ginawa, and syempre, how much, para alam mo kung magkano lang dapat or magkano dapat yung kunin mong benefit once you get an insurance policy. Or if meron ka ng policy, kulang ba, sobra ba, and all those things. So let's move on to our first, which is yung basic benefit of any life insurance policy and yung essence kung bakit tayo kumukuha nito, yung death benefit. So what is it? It is the main benefit of a life insurance policy. It is also called sum assured, face amount, etc. And ito yung nag-determine kung magkano yung magiging premiums ng isang policy. So basically, kapag si insured ay nawala, ito yung benefit na mapupunta lump sum sa mga beneficiaries. Tip. Isang tip is, syempre, since it will be the main determinant of the premiums to be paid, the younger that you start your policy, the more affordable it can be. Okay, so kung bata ka pa at wala ka pang insurance policy, and you have enough money to get one, get already, kahit minimum na coverage pa lang. Which we will get into the next points. So, bakit ba meron tayong death benefit? Simple lang. Again, so that our beneficiaries, our dependents, can live as if you are still there. So, especially if you are a breadwinner and you do not have a life insurance policy, isipin mo na lang paano yung mga maiiwan mo. Yung inaasahan nila na wala, and so, 'di ba? Paano? Anong mangyayari sa kanila? So, that leads us to the next point, magkano ba dapat yung iwanan natin sa kanila? So, it will depend on how long you want to support your family even if wala ka na doon. Ang rule of thumb natin is 10 times of your annual income. So, for example, ang kinikita mo ay 300,000 per year. magkano dapat? So, 300,000 times 10, meron ka dapat 3 million worth of life insurance coverage so that your dependents can live for 10 years as if nandoon ka pa kasama nila. Okay? Another tip. Siyempre, yung 3 million, medyo nakakalula yan, lalo na kung mag-start ka pa lang sa una mong policy. So, if you cannot do it at times 10 yet, then let's start at 1. Let's start at the 300,000 na basic life coverage. Then, dagdagan natin kapag medyo nakaluwag-luwag na. And so on and so forth. Another thing that you need to keep in mind is to get more coverage, especially if there are children na umaasa sa'yo to provide for their tuition fee. 'Di ba? Kasi imagine mo, magkano na yung tuition fee nowadays, and kapag tumagal pa yung panahon, lalo yung tataas and mas marami pa yung kakailanganin nila. So, we need to account that kapag kumuha ka ng policy mo. Now, having said that, na kailangan nating suportahan especially yung mga kids na mag-aaral pa in the future, tapos biglang kinuha si breadwinner, ano yung pwede natin gawin? So, thank you Lord kasi meron tayong mga riders na tinatawag, and from here on out, lahat ng mga i-discuss nating benefits ay riders. Bakit sila rider? Kasi nakasakay sila. So, they ride on the policy for the policy to be more comprehensive para mas marami siyang coverage. Okay? And the first one of those riders is yung term rider benefit. So, what is it? It increases the death benefit of the policy up to a certain time. So, most usually, 70 years old for a marginal cost. So, ibig sabihin, kung yung 3 million natin kanina na death benefit na ini-aim, pwede natin siyang gawing 5 million, magdadagdag tayo nitong term rider na to, so that you can have 5 million worth of coverage for a fraction of the cost. So, ginagawa ito kapag medyo short tayo sa budget, pero kailangan natin ng malaking coverage. So, why? Bakit ginawa itong policy na to? It is so that the insured can increase yung death benefit ng policy niya without having to exceed yung budget na meron siya. And the only downside, again, is up to a certain time lang. So, for example, yung 5 million ni client kanina, lumagpas na siya ng 70 years old. Kung kinuha siya ni Lord by 75, then yung 3 million lang na face amount yung nabibigay sa beneficiaries. Wala na yung extra na 2 million. Gets? Okay. So, mabalik tayo doon sa mga bata kanina na kailangan mag-aral. This is why the term rider is also made. It is perfect for those who have mortgages and children to send to education. Usually, di ba, bago mag-retire yung isang tao, bago niya marating yung 60 or 70 years old, doon siya nag-accumulate ng mga bayarin sa buhay. And so, yung term rider is perfect for that. So that if the insured or the breadwinner dies earlier than yung limit ng rider, accounted for yung mga mortgage, house loan, car loan, yung mga credit card na balances and everything else. And merong extra fund na mabibigay sa mga bata or sa mga kung sino mang mga dependents na umaasa kay insured. 'Di ba? Ang ganda niya. How much? Ayan, preferably if the insured has outstanding loans, future expenses. So, kung pinaplano ng family na mag-business at inaasahan ng malaki yung si insured, tapos bigla siyang nawala, then this term rider can definitely help. So, the total amount of these should be the rider. Another tip for you is kung marami kayong pinaplano sa buhay, marami kayong currently na binabayaran, and you are getting your policy, tapos hindi nyo naman ginugustong umuwi agad ng heaven, di ba? Pero pinaghahandaan natin yun yung essence ng insurance. What if? Okay? then getting a term rider benefit can greatly increase your face amount so that if that happens, your dependents, your beneficiaries would not have to worry about anything. Mababayaran nila yung maiiwan mong loans, credit card balances, future expenses or final expenses, and even yung tuition fees ng mga bata. Pwede itong maging educational fund. Let's move on to the third, which is the accidental death benefit or ADB. Ano ba to? It is usually packaged with the death benefit and is only used if the insured dies due to an accident. Kaya sa accidental death benefit. Pretty easy, di ba? So it provides more financial security for the beneficiaries because accidental deaths can incur more expenses. So for example, na car crash si insured. So yung kotse na nasira, yung nabangga, kung merong ibang party na nasugatan or na aksidente din, mga properties na nasira, lahat yun kailangan ding bayaran. And yung medical expenses, yung pampagamot ng third party, yung pampagamot ni insured, 'di ba? And lahat ng magiging expenses pa. Basically, ito yung pwedeng sumagot para doon. So how much should it be? Since it is usually packaged with the death benefit, it has the same amount of coverage, so it doubles the death benefit. So for example, if the insured has 1 million death benefit, then the accidental death benefit is also 1 million. So 1 million plus 1 million, 1 plus 1 equals 2 million total death benefit if the insured dies due to an accident. And now let's move on to the fourth, which is yung personal accident benefit natin. So what is it? Personal accident benefit covers accidental death, disability, and dismemberment. It is also called ADDMD. The amount to be paid out is dependent on the accident that is occurred. So, disclaimer to. For example, naghihiwa ako ng sibuyas saka ng bawang kasi magluluto ako. Nahiwa ko yung hinliliit ko. If, for example, yung benefit ng accident ay 500,000, siyempre, for this little finger, hindi ibibigay ng buo yung 500,000. Okay? So, merong schedule na pinoprovide ang insurance company so that you can see how much of the accident benefit yung pwedeng ibigay according to the dismemberment or sa disability na nangyari. Okay? So, kunwari nabayaran na ako doon sa percentage ng hinliliit ko, yung natitira, pwede pa rin siyang magamit. So, hindi siya fully consumed. Para siyang prepaid. Okay? So, bakit tayo meron ganito? Because accidents are accidents. This is one of the uncertainties ng buhay natin. No one knows when they could happen. But they could happen. Diba? Kahit anong ingat natin, merong mga aksidente dyan. Pakalat-kalat lang. So, this prevents us from using up our savings, yung emergency fund natin na pinaghirapan nating itabi, na mapupunta lang sa hospital bills o kaya sa pampagamot or pangsagot ng ibang tao dahil na-aksidente tayo. So, how much should this be? Walang hard rule about it, but a third of the death benefit should be a good place to start. Example, meron kang 1 million na death benefit times a third, magiging 3333333. So, pwede mo siyang i-round up or i-round down para lang even yung maging benefit natin. But if you think that mas malaki pa yung kailangan nating benefit para sa accident coverages, edi tataasan natin siya. Pwedeng-pwede naman. Another tip is that this should always be included, especially for our motorcycle drivers out there and other occupations na laging nasa labas kasi sila yung mas prone sa accidents. Kung ikaw ay madalas lumabas, may mas mataas yung likelihood na you get into an accident. I'm not saying that you will be, pero it can happen. So, better be safe than sorry. Okay? And now to our fifth na benefit, yung critical illness benefit natin. So, what is it? It is a lump sum amount that is given when the insured is struck with a critical illness. Kaya siya critical illness benefit. It will act like a health insurance para maging mas comprehensive yung life insurance mo. So, health insurance kasi is a different plan, no? Mas marami siyang benefits na hindi mahahanap dito. If you want me to make a video about that, please comment below and I will surely do it for you. Coming soon. Okay? So, it usually covers 60 na critical illnesses. Tip: kung ikaw ay single or kung walang dumidepende sa'yo, wala kang kailangang suportahan, better get a health insurance plan kasi yung life insurance is intended more for the beneficiaries. Pero yung health insurance is more for yourself. If ever na magkasakit tayo, God forbid, then meron tayong comprehensive plan na pwedeng sumuporta sa atin financially from the start of the illness hanggang matapos to, hanggang makarecover tayo. So, it is a better choice than to get a life insurance plan. Okay? So, bakit tayo meron ganito? Because critical illnesses are one of the worst financial fears ng mga tao because of the high cost of medical bills. So, notice that yung critical illness ay isang financial fear more than a health fear. Kasi based on a Manulife survey, mas maraming Pinoy yung takot magkasakit, hindi dahil sa magkakasakit sila, but because of the financial burden that it puts on the family, especially dun sa mga nagtatrabaho. So, kailangan talaga natin ito, and I always say this sa mga clients ko, you should get this, especially kung bata pa, dahil mas mura, and no one wants to have a critical illness, diba? Hindi natin to wini-wish, but it is better to be ready than to be sorry. So, how much should this be? The rule of thumb is 5 times of our annual income. So, babalik tayo dun sa example kanina, ng 300,000 annual income. Kung kailangan ng critical illness benefit, it should be at least 1.5 million. And yung 1.5 million na yan, if tamaan lang ng cancer, ng stroke, or any heart disease, limas yan, for sure. So, it is the minimum na kailangan. But then again, kung hindi pa kaya, then we'll start from times 1, times 3, then we move higher and higher hanggang makayanan para prepared tayo. So, ano yung rationale? Bakit times 5? Kanina yung sa life insurance, times 10. Dito, times 5 kasi usually, if a person is struck with a critical illness, then they need at least 5 years to recover completely. Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. So, well, kung hindi naman abutin ng 5 years, then good, that's great. Pero yung value ba, yung financial help or support na makukuha from the policy is equal to 5 years of not working, then masaya, di ba? Baka magamit pa natin yung benefits kung may matira for other purposes. Ayan, so meron pala example, hindi ko na nagamit. So, another tip, yung CI benefit is a must. Okay? Especially if your family has a history of critical illness. Okay? Especially. That doesn't mean na kung wala kayong history, ay wala na. So, dapat meron pa rin talaga. Okay? So, let's move on to our 6th benefit, and that is yung hospital income benefit. Ano ba to? It is a daily income that you can have for every day that you are confined in a hospital due to an accident or illness. So, it is a daily income. So, every time na mako-confine sa hospital, may ibibigay na pera sa insurance company. And this is doubled if yung disease na tumama ay isang dread disease, and kung sa ICU mako-confine si insured, then matitriple yung benefit. So for example, ang hospital income benefit is 1,000 pesos per day. Okay? Tapos na-confine si client ng 5 days. Then, kung na-hospitalize siya, na-confine siya, 1,000 times 5, meron siyang 5,000. Kung dread disease yung tumama, then magiging 2,000 times 5. So, 10,000 yung total na ibibigay. And finally, if na-ICU si client, 3,000 yung magiging benefit times 5 equal to 15,000 pesos. Okay, so what is the reason bakit meron tayong hospital income benefit? It is because every day that you are in the hospital confined, you are not working. Therefore, yung wage or yung salary na meron ka for that day, wala ka din. Tama? So, this serves as your income replacement. Okay? Tip. This serves as your daily income replacement, not a benefit to replace HMO. Okay, so maraming minsang nag-iisip na si HIB ay pamalit para sa HMO kasi pwede niyang sagutin yung room ng hospital or kung ano mang expenses na ma-incur. But no, kasi kung titingnan mo sa 1,000 per day, magkano ang hospital room, di ba? So, ang HMO ay ibang purpose pa yung sinasagot nun. Pero si hospital income benefit, for what it is, it serves as a replacement for your income for the day. Just to support, no? Kung ano man yung mawawala mong pera dahil hindi ka nakatrabaho. But not to replace yung pambayad mo talaga or pangsagot mo for your hospital bills. So, how much should it be? Usually, it is proportionate to the death benefit of the policy. So, 0.2% siya. Pero, syempre, if yung income mo is higher, doon sa face amount na meron yung policy, then i-adjust natin siya. So, for example, yung 300,000 na death benefit, ang magiging HIB niya is 600 pesos per day, if you will see. So, 300,000 times 0.2%, 600 pesos per day. Okay? And finally, nandito na tayo sa last part. Ito yung ating waiver of premium. So, ano ba to? Ano ba yung waiver muna? A waiver is an act or instance of waiving a right or a claim. And this is usually used if the insured gets permanently disabled during the payment period. Okay? The remaining premiums are shouldered by the company and they are deemed as fully paid. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Ibig sabihin, kapag si insured ay naging permanently disabled. So, ibig sabihin disabled siya for more than 6 months. Hindi siya trabaho kasi nga disabled siya, hindi siya makapag-function. So, ibig sabihin, wala rin siyang pagkukunan ng bayad niya. Kailangang i-waive yung premium payments niya. Okay? So, example, si client ay kumuha ng 10-pay policy, then he or she gets permanently disabled on the 3rd year. So, the premiums of the remaining 7 years will be waived. Okay? So, bakit ba meron nito? Again, syempre, if someone cannot work, where will they get their income? Diba? Hindi naman sila makakapagbayad. So, hindi na nga sila maka-work, wala silang sasweldohin, wala silang panggastos, pagbabayarin mo pa ba sila? Hindi naman na, di ba? Syempre. Yung premium para dito is computed automatically based on the insured's age and paying period among others. So, syempre, nakabase siya kung gano'n nakatanda si client, ano yung likelihood na may mangyari sa kanya na mapapermanently disabled siya, and syempre, kung gano'n katagal dapat bayaran yung policy. Now, isang tip for this, it sounds good na, pag may nangyari sa akin, hindi ko na kailangang bayaran yung policy. Siyempre hindi. Kailangan nating mag-ingat para hindi ito magamit kahit kailan. Kasi gusto mo bang maging permanently disabled? I am sure that your answer is no. Okay? So, now we have covered all 7. 7, di ba? Pinalaki nung term rider yung death benefit. Now, with these 7 benefits, kung meron ka nito lahat sa policy mo, then you will be more protected financially against the sad events ng buhay natin, which is yung sickness, accident, and death. Not only you, but also and most especially your beneficiaries. So, pag bumanggaya na ganyan, sila yung tibag. Ayan. Kapag nangyari yon, ikaw na insured ay magiging masaya, magkakakulay na yung buhay mo, pati si misis, pati si kuya, at pati si baby na triangle ang diapers kasi wala akong makitang ibang shape. Ayan, no, masaya siya, tumatalon siya. And that ends our discussion for this video. I hope meron kang natutunan, and if you have any questions regarding these benefits, just type them down below sa comment section and I will answer them personally. If you found value in this video, please click the like button and also subscribe to my channel. I will also be talking about non-life insurance, HMOs, and personal finance tips. So that's it, and see you on the next one. Bye! Ano yung rationale bakit? Salamat sa pagbuga ng cellphone ko, prima.